This is day 3 of my cabinet project, and I got my clamps on. It's time to take them off. The corner over here on this rabbet joint wanted to pull out, so I had to put a large cabinet clamp down there, all the way down here, and then it's not long enough, so I had to hook another clamp onto it. And my corner clamps show that everything is level and even. So I'm going to take these off, and then I'm going to move to the next step. Yes, my voice is getting just a little bit better each day, which is good. I think it's good, because if I have to talk, people need to be able to understand me. Okay? Okay, see you soon. Okay, bye-bye. Here I am on day 3, and my voice is still almost gone. But I'm doing the best as that I can. I got my shelves cut. As you can see right here, they fit perfectly into the dados. All I got to do is take these out, put some glue in the dados, and let it dry all night. And then we'll be ready to make the face frame with solid red oak wood pieces. And that's always exciting. I enjoy it. I enjoy the expense of it. Not really. But we want it to look nice. But I want it to look nice, so I'll do it anyway. Got the glue in, and I'm going to push it down. Just like that. Fits right in. Take it down evenly. Take it down evenly. Okay, we're even there. We're even there. Perfect. I got to do the same thing to the other one. I got to pull it back up. I had to test, make sure the fit was right. You want to be sure to try it before you start gluing, because it won't work right if it's not right. At least that's what I heard. Glue into dado slot. Glue brush to make sure you get it in all the grooves. All good there. Alright. Don't lick it when you're done, because this glue's not good for you. Elmer school glue won't hurt you, but this stuff probably would. Even there. Yep, that's pretty good. I'm going to let that dry all night, and then we'll do something else. We'll move to the next step, building the face frame, making the face frame, cutting the face frame out of solid red oak pieces. That'll be exciting, won't it? No, it won't. But maybe it will. Well, this is day 1700, and I'm going to drill pocket hole screws for the face frame. I had to bring it outside because the ceilings are just too darn low in the garage. I've got it set up on the jig here. I've got it lined up with the line so it'll make the hole right in the middle. Now all I have to do is drill. Release the board. I got my pocket hole. Well, it showed it being lined up in the middle, but it sure didn't look like it's in the middle there, but it don't really matter because you're not going to see it. So now we got to do the other side.
And there she is. Now I'm gonna screw it together and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Hang on. I'm gonna screw the last pocket hole screw in, and then hopefully it'll line up right. You always make the frame a little bit bigger than it needs to be, and then you sand it down even when you're done. So let's see. It's in zone. Now I'm going to turn it over and see if it fits right. I sure hope so, because this is very stressful. Very stressful to me. Everything is stressful to me. Well, here it is, the face frame. It looks just like this. And that's going to go over the carcass of the cabinet. And it's a little tricky gluing it down. You got to be quick so the glue don't dry too quick before you get everything lined up right. But I'll just take it slow and try to get it right. It's very stressful, but I think I can get it. All right, give me a few minutes and let's see if I can get this thing glued up right. Just a few minutes, that's all I need. Or maybe a couple of hours, I don't know. Whatever works. Well, I've got the face frame on, clamped down. Took about every clamp that I had. First of all, I do the bottom first. I put these three on, 1, 2, 3, and then that way I can manipulate these sides and get it even all the way around. But as you can see, I made it wider than it needs to be, so you just sand that off flush when you're done, or I'll sand it off flush when it's done. It's like that on both sides. It's really tricky. We got a little bit of gap over here and a little bit of gap over here. This one's got a little more gap, but it's not much different. No, I mean, it's just hard to get it perfect. You're never going to get it perfect. So after everything dries, you just do some detail sanding on it and it'll look good. I had to wipe it down with some mineral spirits to get off the glue runoff, so it'll be easier to sand when it dries. And then that's it for today. I'm going to go drink some protein and do a little bit of workout. Top of the morning to you. I'm back at it again. I got my clamps off. My face frame is on. Now I'm going to use a series of sanders to sand everything down flush, because you always make your face frame just about 1/8 of an inch wider than it needs to be, and then you sand it down. You can use a flush trim bit on a router, but I don't have one, so I'm just going to do it this way. I can take my time and get it right, and it'll work out just as good. So let me get it sanded and we'll see what it looks like. Alright? Alright. Drink you some coffee and I'll be back soon. Well, I'm back. I'm going to run this through the table saw and cut it at 1 7/8, I believe is where I'm going to cut it at. And it's going to look groovy. I just need to make it a little bit smaller so it'll fit my shelf frames the way I want it to. So let's get set up. Okay, here we go. I think that's going to do it for this evening. I got my pieces cut and I got them on here. And my hardwood pieces in front of the shelf attached to the plywood here. And I'm going to let the clamps do their job and let it sit all night, and then I'll do some more touch-up sanding tomorrow. And then I've got to make my mold pieces for the bottom, and that's a lot of fun. So until then, stay tuned and keep on breathing, because that's what I'm going to do for the next 24 hours. See you tomorrow. Goodbye. Well, top of the morning to you. I'm back again. This is day 1688. I've got the router table set up. I've got the shop vac set up there. And I'm going to run this through the table. There we go. Okay. I'm going to turn on both machines. I'm going to make a decorative edge for the molding. And you're going to watch me push it through the router table because it's so much fun. There it is. See that edge? Ain't that purty? That sure is purty. Well, I'm going to cut these to size, and then I'm going to miter the corners at 45 degrees and see if it fits right. Be back with you in a couple hours. Well, here we are again. I've got it mitered. I'm going to use these pan head screws, 1 1/4 inch, to put it in place. That fits perfectly like that. And then I'll just clamp it. I'm just going to screw it into place here on the top, on the front molding, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in the corners, and that's it. That's how that's going to be done. But I got to go find my drills. I found my drills. Man, my voice is still gone. I wish I could get it back. But anyway, let me get set up, and we'll look at it when I get done. Okay, see you soon. Okay, bye-bye. Going to need to pre-drill a small hole in each one to get the screws to go in. And then it goes in easy, and then it'll pull the wood in together. So that's what I'm doing here. I got one there. I'm going to do one on the other side here. Just a little bit, doesn't take much. Doesn't take a whole lot. That's what they call funny money. Do the same thing to the other side and all the way down, and then we'll see what it looks like. See you soon. There's what it looks like in underneath. And over here. I don't need the clamps now. I just needed to get 2 screws in here to hold this down, and 2 right there so that that won't move, and then 2 in the middle down here. There. And that's all I needed. Now I can do it the rest by hand without the clamps. And that's a good thing.